the things I really liked about this movie, you can't watch it and not fall in love with Rosie. Like, you, as an audience member, fall in love with her. And it made me think everyone kind of has a Rosie in their life throughout their life, right? Were you guys able to relate to that, first of all? And do you think that's one of the relatable things that the audiences will be able to find with this movie?
Yeah, I mean, when I read the character of Rosie, I think every woman can be a Rosie. I think everybody has qualities that are relatable to Rosie's, and everyone can be in those awkward situations that Rosie goes through. And I think whether the person is in elementary school, high school, college, or just life, everyone has one that got away. Everyone has that person that you'll always kind of think, you'll always have love for, but it's a different type of love that progresses as you get older. And I think that is something, because there's so many types of love, and we get it all confused sometimes about loving them as friends, as a relationship, loving someone's sense of humor. There's so many types, and with Rosie's situation and kind of her journey throughout this, you can kind of delineate maybe your own situation and how you can look back on something with no regrets, but always feel love for.
It's all timing, right, Sam?
Yeah, timing is everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm sort of, the reason for this film is that's the point of it, really. I think there's a tagline which is sometimes the right left comes at the wrong time.
Wrong time, right.
And I think it's so true, and I think everything happens for a reason, as Lily sort of coined that phrase, I feel like now.
Didn't invent it, but...
No, I feel like you have.
You can keep it, that's yours.
I feel like I always feel guilty when I say it. I'm like, it's her thing, it's her thing.
No.
But it's true, that I don't think he ever sees it as a mistake of the sort of decisions that he's made or the circumstances that they find themselves in. He's made mistakes, but we all make mistakes and we all learn from mistakes. And if they got together at an early age, but then still wanted different things, or for whatever reason something changed, then everything changes, their relationship changes. So I think timing is everything. Yeah. And sometimes you need to go through a lot of bad decisions before the right one comes along.
Well, and both of you have the challenge of playing these characters over a long course of time. Mm-hmm. I mean, they age in the movie.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to not have to rely on prosthetics. I mean, again, it is just 10 years at the earlier stage of their life, so in real life you don't really need to go through that many physical changes. But at the same time, from teenager to, for me, a mom, was something that I was kind of nervous about, because I get told that I quite look younger than my actual age anyway, so I wanted to pull it off. But we had a great hair and makeup department and wardrobe, and I think your language changes. You use certain words differently as a teenager with your friends, that then you start to mature and you're now a mother and you're hearing your daughter say those words, but you're not. And I think language, way that I carried myself, those kind of choices, and having a young girl next to me who was aging at the same time kind of counterbalances. So it's like, okay, I'm not the youngest one here. But I think it was fun to do it in that way.
Yeah. I found it, I don't feel like I've changed that much, from when I was 18 to now, 10 years on. So I feel like I've recently lived that life that Alex is doing, 18 to 28. And, other than the haircuts and a few clothes and maybe being a bit slower than I was, I think most the personality's still there. The fact that he's now a doctor and he's sort of settled down a bit more, it means that he's a little more calm and collected. But really, there wasn't a huge change. There was the obvious sort of costume changes and the fact
that he attitude change.
Yeah, it's just a slight hint. You kind of have experienced a lot more. You're a little wiser, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, great job on the film, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.